Actually, myth siya. So, na-mention na nga that bacteria causes majority of acute meningitis, but there are other causes. So, there's no one microorganism. So, we have what we call viral meningitis, which is caused by viruses. It can also lead to debilitating complications, but it's not as common as bacterial meningitis. We also have what we call fungal meningitis. It's caused by fungi, but this is more common in those with weak immune systems, like those with HIV or those who are undergoing immunosuppressive therapy. So, bacterial meningitis. So, bacterial meningitis is the one that is more common, and as mentioned, it can affect even those who have normal immune systems, regardless of age. No? So it can affect any age. The most common would be 4. So we have Streptococcus agalactiae, we have Streptococcus pneumoniae, also known as pneumococcus, Haemophilus influenzae, and Neisseria meningitidis or meningococcus. No? So these bacteria are responsible for more than half of the deaths from meningitis globally and can cause other severe diseases like sepsis and pneumonia. So it can occur concomitantly. Sepsis, which is an infection of the blood, and pneumonia can occur concomitantly with meningitis or as part of the normal course of meningitis. So, for example, kay Mommy Marjorie in particular, no, na-mention natin na-mention mo niyo po na ang cause ay yung IMD or invasive meningococcal disease. Tama po ba yun?
Yes po, Doc. Nung araw na nilagnat po siya, 1 hour later po nag-seizure na po siya agad. Then, lumabas po yung mga rashes niya. Tapos, nung na-examine na po siya, yun nga po sabi, fatal daw po. Sinabihan po kami na parang 50-50 po siya. Tapos, within 24 to 48 hours po, pwede po siyang mamatay. Yun nga po, yung kung mabubuhay naman daw po, may ano na daw po, yung hindi na siya totally normal na mabubuhay.
Okay? So dito po nakita natin, based sa description ni Ma'am Marjorie as a discussion ni Dr. Chet, no, na ang invasive meningococcal disease, no, of which meningitis is one of them, is really fast, no? Happens very fast and is very fierce at very furious siya, no? To the point na 50% can die and 1 out of 5 may survive and yet have debilitating complications. So, ngayon po, ang susunod nating tanong is, what can we do about it? No? So, alam na natin kung ano yung sakit. Alam na natin how it can kill or disable. So, ang susunod na tanong po ay, meron po bang lunas o may gamot po ba ang isang sakit na tulad ng meningitis? So, again, balik po tayo sa inyo. Sasagot na naman po kayo. Gamitin ang mga cellphone. O balik po tayo sa fake or fact segment. Meningitis is not curable. Ayan. So yan po ang susunod na sasagutin ng mga experts natin at i-validate ni Ma'am Marjorie. 3 pa lang po ang sumagot, no? Sige po. Ayan. Sige po. Konti pa. Ayan. Okay, sige, pwede na po yung 80, nabawasan ng isa, baka nag-CR. Okay, so, Diyos ko naman, huwag naman kayong tumaon ng CR pag fake or fact segment, kailangan kayo dito, no? So, ang sumagot po ng myth ay, ay bumalik na yung nag-CR. Oh, 2 pa, 3 silang nag-CR, no? Kasi 18 kanina, ngayon 21. So, nagsabay-sabay sila at karamihan po ng sumagot ay myth daw po ito. So, Doc Janet, ano po ang tingin ninyong sagot dito? Tama ba sila na ito ay myth?
Fact or fake ba? Marami na yung fake news. Isa yan sa fake news, no? Na meningitis is not curable. So for bacterial meningitis, how do we treat them? We really give the appropriate antibiotics and the appropriate supportive treatment. But remember, diba, sabi nga ni Dr. Gonzalez, marami tayong different types of meningitis. So important talaga, it's very important for us to determine ano talaga yung type of meningitis the patient is having. So, let's look at some statistics, no? What's happening dito sa Pilipinas. If you look at the statistics, no, for the Philippines, out of 194 countries, number 32 tayo, grabe. Global meningitis ranked by number of cases, right? And in the region, in the Asian region, ito something, hindi tayo number 1, pero number 2. Number 2 out of 27 Asian countries. This is something that we don't want to have a high rank, but we are, no? Anong number 1? Tinignan namin ni Dr. Gonzalez, India. India, laki-laki ng country, billion ng tao tayo, nasa 117 million insertions lang tayo. Pero number 2 tayo, grabe, no? So, how do we translate that to numbers? So, in 2021, we estimated more than 15,000 cases of meningitis, and we had 1,800 deaths from the meningitis, no? So, pag titingnan natin, parang mga 10-15% yung 1,800. Yan yung parang mortality rate natin from meningitis. So, many actually would survive, but not all will be back to baseline, meaning normal. Like stated earlier, 1 in 5 meningitis will have complications, will survive, but with complications. So, if you look at yung quality of life, no? So we have this number, 135,000 disability-adjusted years of life. Meaning, this is the number of years of life that we lost because of early death. And we've had 130,000 years of life, no, lost. Kasi remember, di ba, ang 40% of meningitis are in the very young group. That's why we have a lot of years lost, no? Plus 4,600 plus years living with disability. So buhay nga sila, pero meron silang mga disability. Now the disabilities vary. A lot of them will be neurologic, like having epilepsy, learning disability. Minsan baby pa, hindi pa natin alam. Pero nakikita na natin pag nag-aaral na mahina siya sa ganyan. No? Some will have hearing defects, no? Nabibingi na sila. And some, like sa case ni Kim, anak ni Ma'am Marjorie, merong mga amputation. So, balikan natin si Ma'am Marjorie. Ano na nga yung na-involve sa amputation at saka ilan po?
Yung dulo po ng toe niya sa paa. Yung toe niya po sa paa, naputol po siya. Kaya, yun po yung, minsan na-outbalance po siya. Tapos yung kanang kamay niya naman, may siya, may malaking effect. Minsan po nanonotice ng mga kalaro niya, kaya natatanong po siya kung anong nangyari po. Siyempre po nakakalungkot kasi yun nga po, yung naging epekto sa kanya. Pero thankful pa rin po kami kasi yun lang po yung nangyari sa kanya. Kahit na may mas worse pa po palang pwedeng mangyari sa kanya.